Did that really happen, that scene between the journalist and Chamkila?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a journalist who came from Delhi. She was wearing pants. Chamkila was very conscious of the fact that she's wearing pants. He was not looking in her direction, and she says, "Why?" And he says, "Madam, aapne pant dal rakhi hai." Exactly the same dialogue. Exactly the same scenes as people have narrated. I've tried to just represent as I have heard in this film. I've not tried to fabricate anything. And he says that, and she got startled by the fact that somebody who's known for, objectification of women and who writes these very bold things about women is unable to look at her because she's wearing jeans. So that scene actually happened.
Wow. Wow. But when objectification, like as a woman, how I responded to, as a film, to the film was also that very, very interesting that the raunchiness in the songs. And, there are songs which to me felt sexually quite inappropriate. Okay?
Sure.
And I'm like, okay. And then I see there are women who genuinely enjoyed his music.
Oh, yes.
And of course, like being a Punjabi, I always knew and I've seen that in the lady sangeet during weddings, when you're playing dholak, all our chachis, mamis, they are singing songs which at that time I wouldn't understand, but later I understood that this was A-rated, right? And you're like, okay. And then you're like, the naughtiness in women really comes out in Punjabi women through music. Then I think that what is objectification? Then if this is inappropriate to me, there are other women who are celebrating it, then how do I call something objectification? And I thought that the right person maybe to answer and solve this for me would be you.
I feel that the audience should decide what they like or what they don't like. I feel that if they don't like anything, if it is repugnant to them, they will just reject it. But fact of the matter is that for hundreds of years, not only in Punjab, but all over, everywhere, South India, North India, I've seen that Shadi Sangeet songs are always vulgar, everywhere. There's a reason for it. Women are more naughty than men.
Yeah.
As a rule, I feel, in life. So their naughtiness comes through and they enjoy that through music and through songs as well. But there's another aspect, I think, in favor of Chamkila for that. If you hear his music, his women are not dumb.
Yeah.
His women are smarter.
And equally participative.
And they are teasing the men.
Yeah.
And they are saying things about the man. The man is being made fun of. That first song that actually he sang on stage and which became popular, Patdu Chugatni, this old man is trying to say, I'm young and virile.
And he's like...
And the woman is making fun of him.
Yes.
Khatam ho gaya. So it's not as the woman is being objectified all the time.
Yeah.
It's a very equal relationship. So I feel that also is enjoyable. And he was, whatever he was, he might be saying things that were not acceptable to society or they could judge it. But he's not a sexist type of a person.
Yeah, correct.
In his own way, he's quite liberated.
Like, in fact, I felt that a lot of his music was not non-consensual.
No.
And that I really liked.
I mean, there was always
some of the,
correct.
But most of it felt like that both of them are having fun and,
and
having a go.
the girl is teasing a lot.
Yeah.
I think the girl is teasing the man more than, and of course, in all his songs, most of his songs, the girl used to start singing first. And she would pose a problem, and the man would try to get affected by it and react to it or solve it. It was more like Chamkila's songs were always play acting. Like the man and woman are playing, like sometimes they're playing Devar Sali, Devar Bhabi. Sometimes they're playing Baap Beti also. And they are having fun like that, play acting.
Right. But then the one complaint that I felt while watching was that I felt that Amarjot was slightly underutilized. I felt that as a singing partner, the contribution that she made to his music is very apparent. But perhaps I wanted to see more of their personal bonding and her opinions on Chamkila. Like, I felt she was so silent through the film that he's the actioner and she is just reacting or following. And maybe also the fact that there were such less dialogues of Pariniti that I felt that all that she communicated ever to me was through the songs. But otherwise, what did she really feel about the man she's married to? You know, and even later when she gets to know his reality, but she decides to stay. And then, you know, she pulls up Tikki, but she kind of doesn't say a lot to the husband. So I felt like, and when he's getting those, you know, the threats and all, she's still silent. So I wanted to ask you that, was this a conscious decision or was Amarjot really a silent partner?
Well, I will have to rely upon my research for it, and I can only present things that I know for sure have happened. In my mind, this is how always Amarjot comes across in the narration of people or in the videos that I see of them, which are there are a lot on YouTube, etc. But also there's a duration problem here. Like a film has to wrap up in a certain duration, otherwise it's not interesting. So all of these things, and as I'm saying that maybe someone can make a film on Amarjot now.
I especially love that scene between the police officer and, you know, when the story is being told by one of Chamkila's associates, and he's like, after that journalist interviews Chamkila, and he's like, वो उनके बारे में लिखना शुरू कर दिया कि हाँ वो वल्गर गाने बनाते थे, and the officer is like, गलत क्या बोल रहा है?
जो कि सारा सही है.
वही सारा सही है. तो I also felt that, you know, for you as a writer and filmmaker to bring that, to remind the audience that the other perspective and the fact is this. Again, something that you could have not done it if you really are telling the story of this person. The wo jo sympathy hoti hai to a person, you are reminded कि yeah, I am sympathetic to this person, but see the person you know, opposing him also has a point. So you're also reminding me as an audience, and I kind of take it as a risk. Did you look at it as a risk?
I thought it was interesting. And I'm glad you noted that, because there are many places where you say something which is so anticlimactic. You know, it's like, we are rooting for Chamkila. Here you're saying that he used to sing bad songs, double meaning songs, and the narrative of the film is only saying it.
Yeah.
But the point was also that let's get on with it. Okay, he was singing double meaning songs. You can judge him. But let's go beyond this. Let's not fight about was he right or wrong. Prototypically, let's move to that field which is beyond right or wrong. Let's discuss about what he loved. In order to reach that, you've got to go past judgment. ठीक है, आप बोलते हो मैं गलत हूँ. चलो मैं गलत हूँ. Now let's talk about what really moves my heart. That becomes a bigger discussion. Otherwise, it's a squabble.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.